Join us for Conspiracy Crypto Pirates. Arr.
Did you hear about the mall in Florida, in Miami?
Yes, that was crazy.
Right?
I was like, are you joking? Like, to me, I'm like, this is just some bad prank the government's playing.
Right.
at this
Okay.
point.
Maybe we should tell the folks what we're talking about, just in case they haven't heard. They
Okay.
probably have, but
Probably.
then we'll kind of go into
Yeah.
all the details. But so in Miami, there was a mall that was
I don't even want to say it.
invaded by aliens. So basically, what do you call it when the story, the actual, what the authorities are saying the story is?
Teenagers
Yeah.
throwing firecrackers and kind of having like a fist
And
fight or
sticks.
something like that.
And
Yeah.
sticks. It was firecrackers and sticks. Basically, they said that there was a tussle at the mall in Miami of teenagers basically being teenagers, which
So as a good journalist, I went down to the nearest hospital and
I don't know. What about the hospital?
I don't know.
Oh.
I was just saying, as a good journalist, you would obviously then go down to the hospital
Yeah.
and try and find out all these people that were injured.
Yes.
But
But so the question is, there was over 300 police officers that responded to these
300
300. It was
in
like
Miami?
yeah, and there was over 200 police cars and over 300 officers. I mean, the street was lined with cop cars.
I mean, do they even have that many in Miami?
Apparently, I saw video footage of it, and it was ridiculous.
It looked like it was a traffic jam, but they're all cop cars.
Yeah, exactly.
That was yeah.
So, don't move, we'll shoot ourselves. But so, it seems a little weird that for a little tussle with teenagers that it would require 300 of Miami's finest to come out.
Yeah, I didn't even know they would have that many people that they could bring in, not alone vehicles.
Right? And then because of this teenage tussle, the local airport was shut down for like 3 hours. So the airport was shut down.
I thought that was one reason they said that it was an alien because the airport wasn't shut down.
Oh, I totally heard that the airport was shut down.
It might have been. It very well could have been. Well, I
Okay.
just heard that someone was like, "Oh, protocols would have been that we would have shut down the Miami airport."
Oh, really?
I mean, they
Well,
might have just shut down flights for unknown
yeah.
reasons or whatever.
Well,
So
'cause
it wasn't technically, they just didn't let planes take off.
yeah, because they said like tower was shut down, the control tower,
Mhm.
flights were grounded for at least 3 hours, at least from the report I heard, and then from there was also what was it? Oh, helicopters, black helicopters flying around, which anything crazy that happens is there's black military helicopters that fly around, like unmarked, all that jazz.
Right?
But anyway, so then there's like reports from the people that were in the mall that they were some kind of weird creature, like I think they said 7 to 11 feet tall,
Yeah.
and they were like popping in and out, like almost sounded like fading, like
Oh, like they're teleporting?
yeah,
Weird.
yeah. And then there was like a footage, and of course everything dealing with aliens is blurry, right? So
Which makes it that much more believable.
yes, but there was like a helicopter view of like probably like a news chopper or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it had like a little spotlight, and it shone like on the premises of the mall, and there was this black figure, like it
Yeah.
it looked weird, but like you saw it for like a half a second, and then that was it. And then supposedly all the footage that was in the mall from people with their cell phone cameras have been like
Mhm.
confiscated somehow, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Eh, Thoughts?
Thoughts. Okay. Well, I saw a video of an alien like just like body size, maybe a little bigger than a human, but it had like spider legs.
Yeah.
It was crawling on the street. I'm like, to me, it's like, okay, like the video games have it better. They
Yeah.
have better aliens than the
Yeah.
aliens. Like, it's like, okay, like it's like I, it was grainy. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like they put it together too fast or something like that.
Yeah. Like part of me wonders like that, like the beyond the initial footage and like, oh,
Mhm.
there's aliens. Like I could totally see people going out quickly, throwing in the 3D,
Yeah,
rendering engine, a
something that
spidery
they
thing.
free from a video game that was
Yeah.
made in the early 2000s.
Yeah. And then threw it in there and then posted it. I could
Yeah.
see that. But what doesn't add up to me is all the details that we just mentioned, like the 300 police officers
Yeah.
for.
So for me, like we've had some like alien pop-ups here and there, like
Yeah.
the what is it, Congress and the Senate have been talking
Mm.
about it, and
Yep.
it's like they bring up the alien comments and then aliens appear. You see here more. I think it's more of a psyop of,
Mm-hmm.
oh, aliens, like what happened
Yes.
on that they're covering up. It's like, oh, it's a news story, and
Yep.
then like, who's going to really believe that there's a bunch of teenagers with firecrackers
And sticks.
and sticks, and that's why we brought 200,
300.
300.
Yeah.
And
No, I
so
agree.
it's like, okay, so you have that story. So yeah, okay, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
And then because what's the first thing you would do as a journalist? You would go down to the local hospital
Mm-hmm.
and you would have how many
Yeah. Victims
people?
or
Yeah.
yeah.
If it was a gang fight or something of that nature,
Right.
then it would be loaded.
Right.
And if it wasn't, then you're like, okay, that's odd. But if it was kind of like a gang like standoff,
Mm-hmm.
that they're just checking firecrackers to see if the other people would fire first and then everyone could fire,
Yeah. Right.
or oh, you did, no, you did it, and you have that thing going on. Like maybe I could see something like that,
Right.
but at the same time, it's like, what is really going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that is where Trump is at.
Mm-hmm.
And so, was there something related to more politics or governmental things that's going on? So,
Yeah.
or we've imported a bunch of these um, pretty much open border where we have people coming from not only Central America or South America, we have people
Yeah.
coming from China, India, Pakistan, like
Yeah.
and all military age people too, which
Yeah.
is the strange thing.
Yeah. And they're pretty tight-lipped about that.
Yeah, we've
So.
caught people with like weapons
Mm-hmm.
and like explosive devices and stuff like
Yeah.
that. We confiscate the devices or the weapons and say, "Welcome in."
Right.
You're like, you think that person you might just hit reject.
Are you kidding? They're not gonna reject anyone.
But and
Yeah.
so
I mean, clearly it's something.
mhm,
Aliens, I don't know, but it's more than just teenagers throwing firecrackers and, you know.
yeah.
I mean, like, okay, flip side, if you want to try to play devil's advocate in this regard, firecrackers go off, sounds like gunshots.
Yeah.
Shots fired, police get called, they're shooting in the mall in Miami.
Yeah.
They probably,
But then why would you shut down the airport?
good point.
Unless you don't want people to escape. But then that's
Yeah.
last minute flight, and then you can always just be like, okay, this
Mhm.
person did a last minute flight,
Well,
and we're going to have police waiting when they
yeah.
land. Like,
And if in the footage, if there would be footage in that mall, everybody has a cell phone.
mm-hmm.
Guarantee people would have been taking video if it was just a gang fight or
Security
something.
cameras, all that, they
And
would have definitely shown it.
and they wouldn't have been shy about it. Like they wouldn't be like, "Oh no, no one gets to see this." Like, so I feel like if it was what they say it was, what they say it was, what if it was just something they thought, gang fight, shots fired,
Yeah.
all the police
Well,
came.
just imagine all the video that we've had with the Good Old Boys and Black Lives Matter and Antifa
Yeah.
beefing it out in the middle
Right.
of the streets, having a protest, an anti-protest, then bricks being thrown and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So it's one of those things where you're just like, we have lots of video footage able to see there. It's almost, to be honest, when you are talking about like devices being confiscated, the phones, like
Yeah.
not having the footage on it anymore.
A pirate's life is a wonderful, the Jolly Roger's amazing flag. Oh, hello, folks. Come here. Come closer. Conspiracy Crypto Pirates is a new show that has really hit the interwebs and it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait for you to join. So please like, subscribe, join all the social medias. We've got X.com, we got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got it all. So like, subscribe, do all that thing.